Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very first race preview of the 2015 season. My name is Jesper, Anker, and I'm joined by Julian. How are you doing, Chew?
Great, very excited for the season. It's about to begin now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beginning this Sunday, or in our mind, it's beginning this Sunday with the Australian National Road Race Championship. And I know you are especially looking forward to this because you're an Aussie native, so you have something on stake here. Like you have something at stake because you're going to be seeing this jersey for the rest of the year. So, first of all, let's start to talk about the route. So the route is not as difficult as last year's, is what I'm understanding, right? Chew, why don't you run us through the route?
I think it's pretty similar. It's a 10K course. It's obviously got the same climb as last year up Buninyong Road. I guess from at the 2.5K mark, it's supposed to peak out. I don't know how steep it gets, but averages are I mean, it's not steep enough that it's like a mountain, but it is enough to, test the riders. And we're going to see. I think we're going to see a selection maybe, but it might not be difficult enough for a selection for like a mountain climber to really pull away. So it's going to be interesting this year with the teams. Obviously, the big favorite Simon Gerrans is not going to be racing with injury. So
That
yeah.
definitely makes a difference. At Orca Greenwich's biggest hope, Simon Gerrans, who is, I believe, two-time national champion, two or three-time national champion, is out with a broken collarbone. That's going to change the strategy completely from what we've seen the last couple of years. And as Chu said before, at the 2.5 mark, you see the highest peak on the stage. I marked that off on the screen right now. You can see that right there with the nicely painted net drawing skills. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But with Orca Greenwich, Simon Gerrans out, with their captain gone, what do you think their race strategy is going to be for this race?
I'm not sure if they can really leave it towards like the same race as last year, how they had Gerrans trying to outsprint Port and Evans. Sure, they have Cam Meyer, who was pretty good last year, but I'm thinking they got the numbers advantage. They used the numbers and attack, and they got guys like Simon Clark Durbridge who can launch attacks. Cam Meyer can launch an attack, and I think a rider that a lot of people are overlooking is Caleb Ewan as well, because people think it's like a hilly course. He's not going to do anything, but this guy can actually go up hills. Like he's better than the average sprinter, certainly. We've seen him in the World Championship. He came second. The World Championship course was super tough. It was a lot tougher than this course.
Hmm.
I think he can actually surprise people, and maybe even if it does come down to a small group, I still think he might be in there. If Richie and Evans don't make moves, he's going to stick around with them. So that's going to be interesting to see how that bit turns up. And then we got a lot of the outsiders. Your Michael Rogers, Adam Hansen, Heinrich Kausler, all those sort of riders. Even you got Rowan Dennis and Bobridge, who are both attempting the hour record. So it's going to be interesting to see
Oh,
how
you're
they're
breaking
going to
up a
be able
tiny
to do
bit.
it.
Yeah, keep on.
So if you got your 2 hour record riders, if they attack, if they're in the break, are they going to just do a 20-man ride? Who knows? It's very interesting.
Yep. I think
What are
I'm
your
gonna pick up
thoughts?
right here as you're breaking down a tiny bit, so I'll just give you 2 seconds to 3 seconds to figure out what's going on with the internet, and I think I'll take over right here because you were turning into a robot at the end there, but you're saying some very valid things, like to supply to what you said about Caleb Ewan. He's coming in red hot form. He just won the Mitchelton Bay Cycling Classic, the Criterium. He won the yellow jersey right there. He won 3 stages out of 4, and he looked to be in shape. It was only Steele and Huff who managed to steal the victory on the final day, and Caleb Ewan got second in that sprint. So Caleb, if it comes down to a sprint, he's looking like one of the fastest guys out there, only being challenged by Steele van Hoff and a guy like Hendrik Hausler. But is your Wi-Fi back on? Try and talk again, I guess.
Yeah, can you
Okay.
guys hear me?
Yeah,
All
I can
good?
hear you now. I can hear you now. So continue on from your train of thought.
Yeah, I mean, I really think it's going to be a day for the breakaway because these guys, like Orica, they got so much of a numbers advantage to Sky. But BMC are going to be interesting. I want to see how Evans goes because he's got Rowan Dennis and Campbell Flakemore, who's a really strong time trial rider. He's a engine, so I don't know if they're going to work together, but they do. Evans is going to have a really good shot. Richie Port's in amazing form. We saw that in the time trial. I think Port deserves to be the favourite, but there's going to be so many outsiders. If all these guys make moves, how's Richie Port going to counter them? Like, if you're like 30 k's out and they start making attacks, who's Richie Port have to help like pace, like Nathan Earl. That's
True.
it. So it's going to be interesting how the race pans out. If these teams want to try isolate Port and Evans and make them work, or it's going to be interesting because I know Orica are going to be aggressive. They got a lot of guys who can attack, but if it comes down to the wire, I don't think they want that to happen. So they want an aggressive race, and I think that's what we're going to see.
Exactly. So you're saying that you said before you think a breakaway is going to win this, and I know to me personally you said that Orca Greenwich is going to send a few guys out there. Which other teams do you think is going to join Orca Greenwich in the breakaway?
Well, there's going to be Drapac. Budget Forklifts is a really strong team right now. They have Jack Bybridge. I believe they also have the Morton brothers. So they got Lachlan Morton and Angus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I expect a move by them. And there's also Avanti. I believe Jack Haig is in one of the teams.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but yeah. So there's definitely guys who are going to ride aggressive. You know, guys like Adam Hansen. They're going to go for it. But who knows? If Port makes a move, that might be he might just have to attack and try to drop everyone.
Yeah.
I think.
Could definitely happen.
I don't see him out. I don't see him out sprinting much other riders if it does come down to the line.
No.
Really.
I just opened up Bet365, a very famous betting site for you guys out there. If you've seen commercials, if you watch sports television in the past, you've seen Bet365 commercials on your television. They believe that Richie Port is the clear-cut favorite here at 4 times back. This is 4-1 if you're in another country. I'm not sure how it works with Chinese betting, how there's like certain points in there, but I know in America it's 4-1, in Denmark it's 4.00 times back. But then they have Cat 11s at 5.5, and then surprisingly they have Caleb Ewan at 6.5. In my opinion, I think it's a bit too little for Caleb Ewan because he's not that much of a favorite in my book because he's probably not going to win it. But do you agree with some of these? I'm going to send you a link right now, or I guess you can just watch
I got it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you agree with these, or do you see any steals on this list if you're a bettor out there, like a small time bettor, tipster?
I don't really see anyone unless you want to back someone like a Bybridge. But other than that, it's just really tough. I'll put a bet in real life actually. I betted on Steel Von Hoff at 17-1. So I believe that's pretty good odds.
He's dropped since then. He's at 12 now.
Yeah, I think he's got some sprinting power. He's done well in the past on this course. I think if it comes down to sprint, he might have it because he's good enough to be in a small group like with 8 or so riders, and I think it could come down to that. And if he's there, he's going to win it, unless he beat Caleb Ewan as well. So
the
he's got some power.
value pick, the Julian Chu value pick would be Steel Van Hoff for you if you had to pick somebody that's valuable.
Yeah,
at high price.
I did it in real life, so yeah.
I can follow that. So now we talked about the race, the route, the riders, the teams, but another very important factor to racing is the weather. Well, the one thing we can't control ourselves, unless you're God, but I don't think you're God. So, let's take a look at the weather forecast for Buninyong. So, it's on Sunday, it looks to be a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius. That doesn't sound too bad, right? But then you look at the risk of rain, so chance of rains. I don't understand why they use chance, because chance is a good thing while risk is a bad thing. And in most parts of the world, rain is a bad thing. So the risk of rain is at 80%. So imagine riding with 22 degrees Celsius with rain pouring down on you. That's gonna be humid. And Julian, I know you are a vivid cyclist. How do you like riding in humid conditions?
It's definitely, it takes a lot out of you, and it's supposed to be really windy as well, and that's a huge factor. You know, on a course like this, you want to make a move at the right position. If you make a move and then the wind starts picking up somewhere else, and it could really change the race completely, and especially the weather. You know, normally every year it's been the heat. That's what everyone's trying to deal with. But this year it's going to be the rain. So I don't know who really benefits from this. Maybe a guy attacking solid. But I don't know.
We saw in the time trial, there was the exact same conditions basically. It was warm, it was rainy, and it was humid. So, if we have to draw parallels from the time trial to the road race and say that those outcomes are going to be the same, Richie Porte has to be the clear-cut favorite, like the bookmakers said. So he's probably going on the attack, and in humid conditions, it's very tough to sprint as well because it's very warm, very warm. So you want to get a long-range attack to get away and just ride your own speed, not really change your accelerations up and down. You want to go at a steady pace. So I think this favors Richie Porte over anyone else in the peloton. What do you think?
Yeah, I can certainly see Port doing well in it. He's, it's supposed to really rain down hard though. It only pretty much, it was only a tiny bit of rain in the time trial. It can pick up really heavily, according to the forecast. But then again, who knows? They might not be right because apparently today it was supposed to piss down as well, but nothing happened. So it's been really hot. It's been really hot, but like thunderstorming and this.
You're lucky. We have the dogma storm in Denmark right now.
Okay, I'm supposed to play cricket tomorrow, and they called the game off because it's forecast to rain. So whatever.
So I think that's we're gonna have.
It's supposed to rain that hard, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not tomorrow. We have the race. That's Sunday. So I guess there's another day for the rain to cover off or to get rid of it. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So that was the very first race preview or race prediction, however you would say this, with Julian, Chu, and I. We'll be doing this throughout the year. Next up, I believe it's going to be the Sanchez Tour Down Under, and I believe Bob Bobson, also known as Baseball Lover on the forums, will be here for that one. But please tell us in the comment section below or on the forum how you like this this format or this this race preview. Is there anything you'd like to see added? Is there anything you disagreed with? Tell us out in the comment section below, Twitter, Facebook, the forum, our new website. Please tell us. My name is Jesper Anker, and it's been a joy to talk to you guys. Thank you guys for being here, and see you guys next time.